Preservation of one. Hey, I'm K Knowledge of Preservation of one. What made me start Preservation of one is because I just went through a rough 2 years, right? Had to go to court, had to do all this other stuff here. The case got dismissed and everything, but still, for someone to sit up and make false allegations against you, anybody got time for that? So, being that there's a difference between self preservation and selfishness, which I choose self preservation because I'm not a selfish person. I just chose to be like, you know what? I'm going to choose me over everything. Most of all, I'm going to choose my spirituality over everything, right? Include myself. Let me tell you about what I mean by that, because sometimes I can procrastinate. Sometimes I just hold myself what it owe me. Used to would just hold myself up, right? I guess wanting to please people. I guess maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Or whatever. But either way, I was like, you know what? After all that stuff happened, I was like, I ain't holding myself up. I'm not hiding myself. I'm not doing none of that crazy behind stuff. Okay? It is what it is. If you don't rock with me, you don't rock with me. Keep it pushing. I prefer you go ahead and keep it pushing. Okay? That's how I feel about that situation there. So after being wrong and going through so much doggone strife and turmoil, I was like, man, I, it ain't worth it. It's all like petty to me. You see what I'm saying? So when I got more on that mindset and realized the pettiness of it, because at the end of the day, it was God that was protecting me and shielding me from the whole thing either way. And then it's like, it just made me realize how important God is to me and how much He shields me and how much He does everything for me. How He's my way maker out of no way. That's who wakes us up in the morning. And so it's like, when I had to realize that and had to realize the spiritual aspect of my life, it just made me change a whole lot of things, right? So with that being said, yeah, that's how Preservation of One came along. And then also, don't forget to go and Google A Conversation with Alexandria August, which is available at multiple platforms and multiple retail stores. And Preservation of One is available at multiple platforms as well. But A Conversation with Alexandria is a series. So go ahead and grab the first book off of that series. When I tell y'all that book is so powerful, and when I tell y'all I break down what things mean to me, like I have quotes in the book talking about like forgiveness and what is it? Generations, oneness, you know what I'm saying, inner peace and peace and all that. Now the definitions that I have in there is not the definitions that's written inside of encyclopedia or dictionary. What I end up doing was doing my definition to those words, what they mean to me, and the experience, and like the experience of multiple doggone traumatic things and good things in my life and good things that has happened or whatever. But the book is doggone phenomenal. I've gotten some very good reviews on it, and hey, I appreciate it, and I appreciate my supporters as well. My last YouTube video, this is only my second one. My last YouTube video had got 1.3, no, had got 3.1K, right, in views, which is cool because that was my first time ever doing a YouTube video. Thank you, right? And not only that, I told my followers, my listeners, that I was going to start doing more YouTube and more YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram videos any doggone way. So maybe maybe it's the universe way of saying, okay, well, you need to go ahead and move into this anyway. So go ahead and do whatever it is that you have to do, and go ahead and work it out. And like when I first started this company here, I didn't know how I was going to get a lot of stuff done. I had no clue, because I've worked in media before, but I've never did a media company myself. So a lot of stuff, Like I don't have a production team and all that there. Like I haven't built a website in forever. And it's like in less than a year I had to end up building 2 websites, and then building building my platforms. Like I ain't never did that stuff. Having to produce and do engineering stuff and coding. Man, I ain't never had to do that stuff. So it's like a lot of stuff I'm learning with this here, and which I appreciate it. A lot of stuff that I'm learning with this here, I'm gonna make plenty of mistakes, but I appreciate the knowledge. I'm all for learning, and hey, it is what it is. But anyways, just was giving you an update to the YouTube followers, to the YouTube people that's viewing my video. The people that already follow me, they already know a lot about me and know how a lot of the stuff came along, and like my progress in it. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't upload my first RSS. I didn't upload my first episode on my platform, and it's also on Google Podcasts too, and Spotify, Apple. I didn't upload the first one until like maybe September, something like that, or whatever. And I don't upload every day, but I do often. Does that make sense? So and it's like it hasn't even been that long, and it's like God gave me a vision, right? And what I did was I acted on it. I have a real good friend of mine. She was like, man, just go ahead and do it, right? And in less than a year, like to go ahead and start a podcast and go ahead and write the book and have the book out in less than a year, tell me God don't move. Because he do. That's, for me personally, because I'm an average person, I'm an everyday person. For me personally, that is phenomenal. I was telling my friend girl about it. She was like, what, you didn't think that you would finish your book? I said, no, I knew I would finish my book. But it's like how fast everything had ended up happening. Oh my gosh, that's God, And it's like I've been getting so much good news. So like even if something tried to aggravate me, it's like I'm getting so much good news to where it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Either way, I'm going to count it all on joy, and I'm going to continue thanking God and continue trusting him. This is K Knowledge of Preservation of One. Thank you.